Hello everyone. This is a common question that a lot of students ask is, ma'am, from where do we start our VARC preparation? क्योंकि a lot of students have woken up now. And अभी उन्होंने अपना CAT preparation शुरू किया है, and a common question they have is कि शुरू कहाँ से करें? Because all they know is कि if you look at the previous year CAT papers, we have RC and we have para jumbles, odd one out, para summary, सेंटेंस प्लेसमेंट, ये सब क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. सो दिस इज फ्रॉम वील जस्ट स्टार्ट विथ आरसी. चलो आरसी से शुरू करते हैं एंड दे स्टार्ट. But then guys, you will see that a lot of roadblocks, a lot of hurdles start coming your way because this is not the right way to go about it. You will see that you're not getting that accuracy in RCs. You're not able to understand the RC passages. You're taking 20, 30, 40, 1 hour also for one RC passage. फिर भी accuracy नहीं आ रही है and you're not able to form links in para jumbles and ये सब दिक्कतें आती है. And then before it's too late, it's better that you address these issues. क्योंकि अगर 1 महीना 2 महीना ऐसे बीत जाएगा and then later you realize okay that I should have done this first or I should have referred to these areas first, it might become too late. So don't let yourself make this particular mistake. So that's why this video is very important. I'm just going to guide you. It's a very short video. और इस वीडियो में मैं आपको एकदम crisply बताऊंगी कि what should be your starting points. Okay, so how to start your VARC preparation. Okay, so let's get started, guys. Now, first of all, the first myth that I want to break here is everybody feels कि vocabulary और grammar करने की जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि vocabulary, अरे वाह, vocabulary के direct questions exam में आते नहीं है, grammar के direct questions exam में आते नहीं है. So they feel vocab and grammar are not of any importance. Most of the students have not even heard of this area called critical reasoning, and they have not focused on it, they have not studied it. They just focus on these two topics, reading comprehension and verbal reasoning. Okay, so reading comprehension and verbal reasoning. Verbal reasoning में आपके para jumbles, odd one out, para summary, para completion, sentence placement जो आते हैं वो verbal reasoning उस module को हम लोग बोलते हैं. So if you look into the examination pattern, 16 questions आ रहे हैं आपके RC से, 4 RCs with 4 questions each, and there have been 8 questions from verbal reasoning, which includes para jumble, odd one out, para summary, and sentence placement, and you can also have para completion. So these are the areas. So they feel okay, great. RC1 plus 5 areas, ये 6 areas मेरा VRC खत्म preparation एकदम. मैं तो quant और DILR पे I will focus, and VRC will मतलब ठीक है, background में थोड़े थोड़े questions आप करते रहते हो. So guys, if you're going by this particular pattern, you will be someone who repeats CAT next year, to be honest, because you will not get the score in VRC section, and if you don't get the right score in the VRC section, no matter आपका एक section में score बहुत अच्छा है, but until and unless you have a balanced scorecard and all your sections are equally well scored, you will not get a call from those coveted institutions like IIMs. So it's very important you go about this in a very systematic manner. So please listen to this. See, if you're someone who is facing troubles in RC, I can troubleshoot it in various ways. आप बोलते हो मैम RC में 1 घंटा लगता है. क्यों 1 घंटा लगता है? Because you do not have a reading habit. है ना, आप में reading habit नहीं है. मैम RC समझ में नहीं आते. क्यों समझ में नहीं आते? Because your vocabulary is not strong and you don't read. Okay. मैम RC पढ़ लेते हैं, but when we come to the questions, we're not able to answer the questions. Questions समझ में नहीं आते. I'm always confused between 2 options. I'm not able to eliminate. Why? Because your critical reasoning is not strong. Okay. So I have troubleshooted your basic RC problems. So from where should we start? Initially, if you want a good score in RC, because 16 questions are from RC, so this should be a first target. Right? So if you have to start your VRC preparation, you have to start it with RC. And before you start solving full-fledged RC passages, you have to do a little bit of background work. And that work is not like, ठीक है, एक हफ्ते में आपने वो background work कर लिया. No, it has to be a regular process. So there are 3 important things, which are 3 important background studies, which I can say in order to crack RC. One is reading articles or reading editorials or opinion columns. इस पे अगर आपको help चाहिए कि कैसे articles पढ़ना है, कौन से articles पढ़ना है, how exactly you should read them, I have a video on the channel which is called How to Read Newspapers for CAT. Please watch that. But every day, all of you, it's like a command, guys. Every day, all of you will read one article. Okay, so reading articles, editorials, opinion columns, not just Aeon, not just the Hindu. I've explained all the reading sources also in that particular video, how to read newspapers for cat. You will read it from that. Okay, so every day starting point, har din cat tak, one article, one editorial column or one opinion column every day. You can do two, great, but one is mandatory. Daily 15 to 20 minutes of vocabulary. Daily. Okay, and ma'am, how to do vocabulary? क्या dictionary लेके बैठे? नहीं, dictionary लेके नहीं बैठना है. How do you crack vocabulary? In order to crack vocabulary, guys, you will have to go through my series, which is 10-day vocab challenge. Okay, उसकी playlist आपको channel पे मिल जाएगी. Have to go through that. You can also refer to Norman Lewis की Word Power Made Easy. It's a book which is very good for vocabulary. But you can also go through my series, which is 10-day vocabulary challenge. 10 days complete cat vocabulary in 10 sessions. I've explained it. You have to watch that again and again. Practice yourself. Trust me, it'll do wonders. So daily 15 से 20 minutes vocabulary. सिर्फ मेरा video सुन लो यार. मतलब when you're going to college or when you're going to office, तभी सुन लो. It's enough. Okay, and you're going to start first by understanding critical reasoning. So I've done a lot of critical reasoning videos and sessions. And अगर आप batch join करोगे तो भी, you know, there's an entire critical module that I take you through. You should be very comfortable with questions on assumption, inference, conclusion, strengthening क्या है, weakening क्या है. तो पहले critical reasoning से शुरू करो. Give about a week to critical reasoning, and after that shift to 1 day a week. Every week, 1 day you will do critical reasoning. The other days you can do RC. Okay, so this is your background work. 1 day of one article per day, 15 to 20 minutes of vocabulary. First week, critical reasoning, fully cover all the question types. इसके लिए मैंने मेरा एक और वीडियो है, बुक्स एंड रिसोर्सेज फॉर VRC, सेम चैनल. यू कैन ऑल्सो वॉच दैट. क्रिटिकल रीजनिंग के आपका मटेरियल चाहिए तो प्लीज रेफर टू द GMAT वर्बल रिव्यू. ओके, द GMAT वर्बल रिव्यू, उसमें बहुत अच्छा से क्रिटिकल रीजनिंग एक्सप्लेन्ड है और एकदम बहुत अच्छे क्वेश्चंस है. एंड देन यू मूव ऑन टू RC पैसेजेस. ओके, you can do weekly, every day RC practice, or at least 3 days in a week. I want you to do RC. And when you're sitting down for RCs, guys, you will not just do one RC and get up. No, because in the exam you have 4 RC passages, right? So you should be able to go through that much of reading. That stamina should be built. Initially you can start with 2 RC passages, slowly increase it to 3 RC passages in one sitting. And then finally, you should be there at 4 RC passages. Initially, you can focus more on accuracy. So you can take a lot of time, it's okay. Initially, focus on accuracy, start getting questions right. And then automatically, guys, it's going to be automatic. When you keep reading articles and when you're focusing on vocabulary and, you know, when you're practicing a lot of RCs, automatically your speed will improve. So initially, focus on accuracy. So I've told you, for RC, where you have to start. And for verbal reasoning, guys, आप इन 5 topics के concept classes attend करो. You will find my concept videos on the channel, and then start practicing. Do about 20 PJs in one day or 20 odd one outs in one day, or you can do a mixture like 20 verbal reasoning questions in one day. If you're doing 3 days a week RC, you can do 3 days a week verbal reasoning initially. But if you're someone who's into full-time prep, I would strongly suggest that you do RCs more frequently. And verbal reasoning also at least 3 days in a week you should be able to do. Grammar, I'm going to soon launch a series where we will cover grammar. तो वो वहाँ पे cover हो जाएगा. उसको आप थोड़ा सा अपनी time दे सकते हो. This video is about where to start preparation. So starting point should be reading articles. It should be vocabulary daily. It should be critical reasoning first. Strengthen that first. Then move on to RC passages. Watch the concept videos of all of these. Get the concepts right. And then थोड़ा practice शुरू कर दो. Okay, and then you know, इससे शुरू करो, and then we'll keep you know, I'll keep updating you on how exactly you should go about. I'll also come up with a session where I'll give you the entire syllabus and the entire timetable. So all of that will be taken care of, but शुरू करो. Okay, and it has to be on a daily basis. You know, VRC is something like अगर आप एक हफ्ते का gap दे दोगे, then again you're back to like ground zero. So don't do that. Do it, you know, daily. Okay, so yes, guys, I hope this session has helped you. If you have any further queries, you can drop them in the comment section. And yes, and it's also important where to start VRC preparation. start with a batch, guys. Join a full-fledged batch, क्योंकि इस batch में I will take you through the way it should be, you know, like first I will introduce all critical reasoning concepts and then RCs और उनको कैसे tackle करना है, and then, you know, because doubt solving and everything is very important, the right mentorship is very important. So जल्दी से subscription लो. The target IM batch is live. Enroll करो. We have 2 features, Plus and Pro. 2 types of subscriptions. दोनों के features अलग अलग है थोड़े से, क्योंकि Pro में आपको और बेनिफिट्स मिलता है, जैसे कैट अज्योर्ड फीचर भी मिलता है, wherein you can get up to 100% of your course fee back if you you know, get into these top B schools. TNC apply. So guys, इन फीचर्स को कंपेयर करो. दोनों में आपको लाइव क्लासेस मिलते हैं, मेंटरशिप मिलता है, प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चंस मिलते हैं, प्रीवियस ईयर पेपर्स मिलता है, मॉक्स मिलते हैं, बट 𝐂𝐚𝐥𝐿 की preparation and much further guidance, because see, CAT is not something which you can take very lightly. It's very competitive, and there's just that one day of the year when it's held, and there are like lakhs of students who appear for it, so it has to be taken seriously if that's your goal. So start your preparation soon, guys, and let me know how it goes, because I'll always be there to mentor you along the way. Thank you so much, and I will see you all in my live classes daily, YT at 5. Thank you so much.